That's it.
That's the clapper.
That's the clapper.
All right, we're rolling, boys.
Guys, we're making so much money. We have a human clapper this time.
Yeah, exactly. We had to relocate.
So we're in New York.
New York.
Or
baby.
I'm in New York.
Yes.
And we're at a professional studio. Hold on, I'm getting cozy here.
Very cozy here.
And I was just thinking about this, that this is all so silly. The fact that we have a podcast. Because it's just...
Why?
Well, it's mainly because I just don't... Like I said, there's like a mental illness for white guys. Like what we're doing right now, all this infrastructure is to support our inability to express our feelings about things without a microphone.
My clients
Like
and I would disagree with you.
Oh, right. Well, yeah, you cut hair, so you would
So it's a little
definitely, you're like
different.
a bartender, but like...
For you, it's different because you have also like a certain bracket of, you know, content that you're making. So you don't get to really be like, hey, how did they, like today was a forest fire and I couldn't breathe outside. Like you can't really talk about that. Like
I can? What do you mean?
Yeah, but
I
mean,
have a
yeah.
certain, I got to keep up a certain... Well, you know what? You know what's annoying is... the algorithm really sucks so bad on Instagram now, because it used to be cool or fun to be able to, or at least I love to like post shit from your personal life or shit like, you know, that's not on brand always.
The algorithm,
and used to do
yeah.
well, but now it's like flapperooskies, unless it's like some chick doing something dumb in a reel with me or some sort of meme that gets, you know, people riled up. It's fucking,
well, also
it's sad city for me on Instagram.
Literally, and don't forget that.
And I'm like, oh, you know, the algorithm. And then you see some fucking dildo get 100,000 likes on like a bagel.
Right.
And you're just
Correct.
like, I hate my life.
Right. And the problem is that also they put you in categories now on Instagram too. It used to not be like that. You used to be able to drag random people off like that didn't know who you were, and they were like, oh shit, this is great content. But now you can't do that because they only send it out to people that are sort of interested, which is like...
Yeah, and who's interested in my garbage?
I mean, there's people interested.
Yeah, I guess.
Mid-America.
I mean, you know what the thing is, though? It is such a good drug. It is like social media is the perfect drug because you can catch that high multiple times, right? Like with heroin, they say you're just chasing that high, right? After your first one.
Right.
I think social media kind of lets you feel that same high a lot. And I think that's why it's so addictive.
Correct.
Because I'll have a shitty week and then, you know, a reel from this podcast did 2 million views and you're just like, oh my God.
You get pumped.
Oh my God. You're like, that's it?
Yeah.
I'll call everyone.
Yeah.
We're blowing up.
Yeah, we're going to get Old Spice fucking commercials.
Oh, guys, we monetized our YouTube. So
please tell them how much we earn.
Well, you know, it's a very prestigious thing to earn money on YouTube, apparently.
Right.
Really, I think you just need like 1,000 subscribers. We're up to, ironically, 69 cents we've made.
Honestly, I think I'm ready to move out. I'm ready to get an apartment.
I think we're time to, should we do a live podcast?
Yeah. Yo, honestly, if we did a live podcast,
no one would come.
No one would
So
come.
Val and I are also discussing moving this podcast to Tuesdays, mainly because I think for the sake of infrastructure and the business side of this podcast, having a Monday to relook at everything is better than trying to scramble on a weekend.
Right. And also,
no one wants to work on a weekend. So it's nice to have Monday to clean it up, drop it Tuesday. You were like, should we move it to Tuesdays? And like, this is like some big decision we're announcing to 7 people.
yeah, but I mean, still, you know, people are creatures of habit. They get used to a certain.
I think
you know.
my mom and the 6 other listeners we have
Your
can
mom
adjust their
listens to
schedule.
this?
I don't know. She probably doesn't.
But do you think she listens to the first episode?
Yeah, I don't think my mom wants to know
Anything
too
about
much.
you?
Doesn't want to know too much. My mom always is just like, she'll make comments about stuff she saw on social media about me, like offhandedly at like family functions. Like I won't drink with my family. Like I just don't want to drink, right? Like Russian gatherings. It's like the vodka's
Why?
out.
Because you get cringed out?
No, because I don't want, like, I do that for a living. So I'm like, I don't want to do that here.
You're coming back there to be fulfilled with
I just want to
family
hang out.
vibes. Yeah,
I want to
you
hang out. I don't want to be drunk with my mom or dad.
Does she ever
And
go
my mom-
drink?
and-
Like,
and
drink?
Yeah, she's like, on the Instagram, I saw blackout this, blackout that. I'm like, yeah, you want to fucking pay me?
She's killers.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I'm like, oh, I'm sorry.
How old is she?
My mom?
Yeah.
She was born in 1962.
Oh, okay. She's young.
61.
She's not that. Yeah, she's like 5
Yo,
years
they're killing
younger
it.
than me.
They're living their
Younger than me.
dream.
My mom is.
Younger than yeah. So I don't know.
Wow, that's funny. I love that. It's a
I
good story.
wanted to be more hungover for this episode. I went out last night, but I was hungover the night before. Yesterday,
Me
I was
too.
hungover from Sacramento. I did my birthday party, and I was so funny yesterday. Like I'm so much better hungover and so much funnier.
So much angrier.
So much, everything bothers me, but in a way where I express it in a funny
Correct.
way.
Where
Right?
you're
It's
like, yeah.
Because normally I feel like if I'm not hungover, I let a lot of shit roll off because I'm just trying to find peace in life, right? So like it's hard to get me riled up. But if I'm hungover, every little
You start
thing,
nitpicking at everything.
and then but it's just that anger is hilarious.
Me
So
too.
I thought I was gonna be more hungover. I did get really drunk last night.
Where'd you go?
And I went to Catch, and I almost cheated on Estee with two gay guys.
Were they at least good looking?
Dude, I was about to go smoke a joint outside. I'm in the elevator, and the elevator's like full of people going from the restaurant down. And these gay guys, they were just like, "Where are you going?" And I was like, "Go outside to smoke a joint." And they're like, "What about after?" I was like, "Go upstairs and keep drinking." And they're like, "And after?" And I was like, "Oh my God."
they really
I'm
wanted
about to blow these guys.
Yo.
But you know what's fucked up about that whole situation is it's so much better being gay because you get to do dude stuff without having to do the bullshit girl stuff, right? Like
Wait,
three guys
run it
can
back.
meet in an elevator and be sucking each other off within 5 minutes. You know how much work you have to put in?
yeah, to get
if
a
you
girl
meet a
to-
girl,
yes,
you're like,
correct.
I actually have to take you to catch upstairs.
Right, and you have to-
feed you
right.
and court you and blah, blah, blah.
Insane.
And maybe I'll fuck you.
Insane.
But three dudes can meet in an elevator and by the time the elevator
Oh my God.
comes to the bottom floor, I'm already...
No mental chest. They're just like, yo, whip your shit out. I'm ready to fucking blow you.
Yeah,
It's just,
just-
yeah, with
'cause
girls,
we're all guys.
Yeah, with
We're
girls,
all
it's like you
pigs.
have to think, like, what do I say? Did I say it correctly? Am I going to introduce myself this way? What kind of line am I going to hit her with? Do I have enough
You know what?
value?
Right.
Does she like my watch? Does she like my clothes? And it's like you have to start thinking of all these random things.
Right.
You just don't know what the entrance is going to be like with the chick. With the dude, it's like,
We have the same brain.
right.
All I know is there is nothing you can do to me if I'm horny and I want to fuck that'll turn me off as a guy. We can discuss it after.
Right.
But like if I'm aroused, like I'm gonna fuck you, right? So if two dudes are into each other and they're both horny, it's like that's it. I know I'm gonna fuck. But with
Crazy.
a chick, you gotta, you know.
That's crazy just to think about, honestly. Yeah, I
Right.
mean, it's crazy that a lot of the gays are still out after the forest fires in Canada.
I don't even know what that means.
I'm joking. I just wanted
What,
to
are they
catch you
burning
off
gay-
guard.
I don't even know what that means.
I just wanted to catch you off
The
guard
gays.
because I saw you look at your laptop.
I was trying-
wanted to see what you would say to that.
That's a good one.
Oh man, no, but seriously though, what's going on with this forest fire? This shit is insane. Did you see the videos?
I missed the entire thing in LA. I got to watch you guys experience
Bro,
literally.
it's
It was like
smell-
orange in the sky.
Bro, it smelled like there was a kebab off in the fucking.
It sounds delicious.
It was insane. You could come outside, it smells like people are fucking cooking shashlik everywhere. It was crazy.
And what does that have to do with the gays, Val?
You're trying to. Well, if I
gay
get
pride.
canceled, you get canceled.
That's all
so-
right. I'm just, it's. I mean, they're flaming, and
You're correct. Exactly.
it is Pride Month, I guess.
Yeah. So it's for Pride Month. It's not bad.
I just don't. I think that's the fun thing about being a firefighter is like everybody loves you. As a cop, like it's so hit or miss. If you're a great cop, the force hates you. If you're a shitty cop, the public hates you.
Literally.
If you're a firefighter, like who just want to fuck you? Like
Correct.
everyone wants to fuck you.
Correct.
Everyone brings you. Guy Fieri's cooking for you. Like
The
it's
city
so
would
good.
be going down in flames, and girls are like, "Where are the firefighters?"
Yeah. They're like, oh, take your fucking suspenders off.
It's crazy.
Hose me down.
Yeah, exactly. It's nuts. It's true.
Yeah.
Did you watch the firefighter and cop hockey game?
Who wins usually?
Bro, the firefighters abused them.
Yeah, I guess.
They're beating them down. It was insane.
Yeah, because it's a rivalry for who can win the public affection more between the two. And firefighters always win
Yeah, they do.
because they're battling not the public, right? Cops always have to battle the public.
Right.
Firefighters are like, oh, it's just like, you're just like, oh, fire's bad. So thank you for stopping that, right?
Or like, please come save my cat.
Yeah, I also don't understand why that's a thing.
Because
We're wasting these people's stuff. There's like fires, and they're like, how are you both qualified to get a cat out of a tree?
this dude lifts,
and 9/11?
yeah, literally, he lifts like 400 pounds, and his job is to go and get a cat off a tree.
Can you imagine you like saved some people from 9/11, and the next day your call is like, can you help me get whiskers off my tree? And you're like,
You can't take them serious afterwards.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you, stupid?
you're like, lady,
Not
I'm
responding.
gonna burn your house down
Yeah.
just so I can come save this fucking
Literally.
cat. Yeah, I don't think
So
I could be a
funny.
firefighter because it's scary.
Do you think if everybody ran into the house, you would be the one that's standing outside, like, I'm making sure everything is good on the outside?
Oh, I'd be the guy connecting the hoses. I'd be like, what do you guys need? I would never, ever, ever in my life run into a burning building for anybody. For nobody.
What about
Two
Estee?
people don't need
What
to
about
die.
Estee?
Two people don't need
For
to die.
Georgie?
Don't care.
Shut
Don't
up.
ca- don't
you
care.
would run in for Georgie. You're such an idiot.
No, because Georgie's even dumber. He'll be like, and you're chasing a dog around, and now we're both dead. Georgie's gonna die in 10 years anyways,
Oh my God.
right? You got to look at it that way.
Este's
I
gonna
could,
faint when she hears that.
it's okay. It's okay. Estee would die in a house fire because she gets heat strokes. So if she woke up and it was hot, she's just gonna wake up, pass out again, and
Right.
die.
It's crazy.
I would never run. There's not one single person on this planet I would risk my life for.
You see, that's why with you,
Would you?
you gotta.
I love.
Oh, my mom.
I love
would
Estee.
fucking. Bro.
You would give your life up for your mother.
Yeah.
What? You're not supposed to do that. She's supposed to give up her life for you.
Okay, listen, Mother Teresa. Like, I don't know what these.
What are you
where
gonna
did this
do?
come from?
They already. Your mom lived a full life.
I know, but I love
my
her so
mom
much.
lived long enough already. We haven't. They need to go. That's why it's always sad when a child dies before their parent, because you're like, well, at least the parent
Right.
did shit.
I get that part.
I would never give my not one. No one. No one.
No?
I want to enjoy my. I'm here. For what? You're dead.
I know, but it's just something about
And if you
my
give
mom.
up your life, your mom's gonna be sad the rest of her life.
You know what it is? I guess it's because my mom's not with my pops. If they were together, I would feel more at ease and like, all right, they live their life or whatever. But my mom's kind of alone, and I feel like
That's
damn.
good. Your mom's alone because if she dies, no one's gonna be sad besides you. And now if she's got a guy, now it's you and that guy are both sad.
Yeah, if you're thinking of it in fucking emotionless terms, yes, you're right.
Yeah, yeah. That's okay.
I'm attached.
I'm
Emotionally
just telling you,
to my
it would
mom.
be. I know you are.
I love her.
That's 90% of your content when we met.
Yeah, correct. Well, listen. First of all, I have other things that I do. Don't ever say it's 90%.
Yeah, I don't think I would.
Oh, you're a scum, dude.
No. I'm just being 100%. You would run into a burning building. Never.
I would.
Never.
You know why? Because I have this little bit of a. I don't know if it's like a Ukrainian villager thing, but I have this little bit of like heroism thing that I fucking got since I was like young. They teach you to like help and do this and do that, and I think that's kind of embedded in me. You kind of grew up in Jersey where you're like very like selfish.
Like, I call the police. I'm like, hello.
Yeah, exactly.
Fire department, please
Yeah,
come.
Exactly.
My girlfriend's dying. in
Yeah,
there.
and you're like the guy that records
I
the
have a
person
guy.
dying on the phone. you
Yeah, I'm
you don't
like-
help. You're just like seeing them drown.
I'm collecting evidence.
Yeah,
I'm
you-
helping.
Correct. You're literally what the problem
I
is with
just
the world
don't-
right now.
I mean, maybe in the moment.
No, you would. I don't want to hear it, bro. Honestly, I know you would. You know why?
The minute I'd run. Once I feel the heat of the flames, I'd be like, you okay? Like, this is, I can't help you under those conditions.
Bro.
Dude, I can't think when it's 100 out.
I
Imagine going in there trying to find Estee
insane.
in that heat and being like,
Have you ever?
bitch, where are you?
Have you ever had parties in Alberta?
Canada?
Yeah.
Where, like, give me a, I know,
I don't know where, but I saw a video from Alberta where dudes are in their minivan driving out of Alberta and everything around them is in flames. Like everything. It looked like inside of one
is
of
that
those.
what the fires were just now?
Yo.
Oh.
There's literally ashes flying at their car. Everything's in literally, and I can't even explain to you. I thought it was a video game. That's how crazy it looked. If you could just somehow show this video or like you can look at it, it's literally bizarre.
Dude, it's kind of crazy, and I understand why. And like, fire's one of those things that I don't feel bad. I think
Why? Because it's a
because it
natural
looks cool.
Oh, because it
Right?
looks
Like
cool?
floods are sad. You're like, oh shit, flooding. But when you see like shit on fire, you're like, Yeah. That's awesome, right? It's not awesome, but it's kind of awesome. You know what I mean? Like there's a video of LA on fire, and it's a video from the 405 freeway. I'll show you later, and Oscar, whoever will put the video on this thing.
You've lived there for 6 years now, right?
LA?
Yeah.
3.
3. Have you seen a fire there yet?
I only saw like the sky turn orange once because there was a fire wherever. Whatever. It's like, I don't.
Someone dropped a mixtape a few blocks away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or a homeless guy who just decided to fucking, I don't know. I think fires are cool.
I mean, I love fires.
Flooding
I'm a
is
pyro
sad.
fucking
Flooding is
fiend.
sad. Hurricanes are sad.
Wait, hold on. Fuck you. You said you like fires, but what's sad about floodings? You can't.
'Cause
say,
it's-
what about swimming?
Because
Like,
you could
woo,
drown.
like a
No,
little
no.
swim.
Flooding always looks sad because it's like a dog and like floating on a box.
What about people burning into flames?
Floods don't look cool. No one's like, people are, they're called pyromaniacs, right? There's a term for people who love fire. No one's like, oh, I'm a fucking hydro head. Or whatever. I love water so much.
Wouldn't it be cool to be on a jet ski enjoying the fucking flood? Like just riding around between houses and shit? That's cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
It's cool.
Right.
So, fuck off. It could
Okay,
be cool.
so floods are cool.
Yeah,
What else is
exactly.
next? Hurricanes?
Hurricanes are not cool at all.
What is a hurricane? Hurricane's just wind. It's like water and
What about
tornado.
tsunamis and fucking tornadoes and shit like that?
Those also just sound like made up things. Like when you hear about a tornado, you're like, I thought that's like a Wizard of Oz thing. Like you're like, I can't believe there's just wind that spins in a circle and takes people's trailer homes.
Fucking crazy.
Flings them.
Insane. What about those weirdos that chase them? The fuck is up with that? Tornado catchers or whatever the fuck they are?
Dude, those people are, I'm like, who's funding these people? Tornado chasers and wait, it's tornado chasers
I said
and
catchers.
psychic readers. I'm like, how are you guys making money?
Literally.
Who's funding
and some of
this?
these psychic readers have an office space in Soho. Like, I don't understand who's paying for this
You're
office
like,
space.
yeah, you're like the Comedy Cellar is in a basement and like underground, and meanwhile the psychic is street level in Greenwich Village.
Crazy.
And you're like, how is she making money?
insane.
Think it's a drug front? Is it
no.
money laundering? Or do you think people are just dumb?
I think
I
people
will
are just
say
dumb.
people are just dumb.
Just gullible and naive.
I walk past that and I go, I would never ever get a psychic reading because that's just a lady. Like I don't believe her, right? Like, do you believe in that shit?
Oh man, I don't. Like somebody off the street for $5 psychic readings, they can eat my ass. But like there are people.
No, because if you could read, you would. We're inherently pieces of shit. You would find a way to monetize that more than $5 a reading or $50 a reading.
See, you
you
told
would
me this
become a billionaire.
before.
You'd become like a billionaire.
Explain to me, what do you mean by like?
I mean, if
you
you
monetize it.
could be a psychic and you could read or talk to the dead, I would use that to my advantage in some way, right?
Right.
Financially, no one's like, I'm going to do it for free or do it for $50 and have a crystal ball.
How do you explain? How do you explain? Let's say somebody reading or like talking to the dead and then telling you something from a dead person that nobody's ever known, only you know.
I mean, I feel like
how would you explain that?
I feel like in this day and age, it's very easy to do this, right? You know who's coming in. I would run a psychic network where I would be like, oh, here's an appointment. You do it online, like a barbershop,
Like
a barbershop. You like schedule an appointment with me. That gives me 30 minutes of research at least. Where I'm like, who's coming in? Who's this? And then I would just find something about you. And I would exploit it. But it's also a whole lot of guessing. I'm guessing. We should have a psychic on.
We should.
I'm gonna
We should
get a
have a
real
medium.
psychic.
I have a good medium. This Persian chick, she used to live in LA.
I'm
She's
an
cool.
extra large.
No, they're
You have a medium in LA?
well. She
I want her to talk.
she read.
some dead-
She like spoke to my grandma and then spoke
What'd
to
your
me.
grandma say?
My grandma said, "Don't forget where you're from." Basically,
And this, so, question.
Go
now
ahead.
I have some good questions. You spoke to an LA psychic
She
about
moved to-
about a Ukrainian grandmother.
how would she translate the language? I asked her the same thing.
Yeah, all of a sudden,
Right.
her thoughts are, your
Correct.
grandma's like, all right, so what's up,
She
homie?
said the dead have a language.
Why would they need to learn a new language? Imagine dying and have to learn a new language.
I don't know.
Why not just speak Ukrainian?
But the weirdest part about that whole thing, when I kept asking questions, I'm like trying to identify. I'm like, identified this as my grandma. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She,
Do you have a secret word? I should have a secret
Right.
word.
so
with
she
that thing.
kept. I'm like, what's her name? What's her birthday? I was asking her a bunch of shit. Blah 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 blah. And I said, okay, so tell me something from my childhood. And then she, whatever, has a conversation with my grandma. She
in
comes
some
back.
fake language.
Whatever.
Is she talking out loud, or is she just sitting
No,
there like?
she's pretty much like that.
She's buffering like.
Exactly. So then she comes back and then she goes, this. She says the story from my childhood, and that shit freaked me out because it was true.
What story?
It was about like it was about my mom and my grandpa. It was like some shit that happened, and also how the house was set up. She explained how the house was set up, and I was
Okay.
like, it's fucking weird.
So here's my question.
And nobody ever seen my grandma's house.
This is all the same as like people who believe in flat Earth. Who cares? Who cares? So she can kind of talk to the dead. It's not like she's like, tell my grandma this. My grandma's gonna say, "What's up? How's it going? What's heaven like? Where are you? Describe where
Imagine
you're
she
at."
spoke to like an Asian grandma, and she's like, "Oh, so today." Imagine like she
I
started.
thought the language of the dead.
I know,
is
right?
somehow-
Imagine she starts
She's
transcribing. She's like, "Oh, Michael, please," you know.
I love when you're trying to not get canceled, but still trying to do a
still
racist
trying to get canceled.
Chinese
Yeah, I
accent.
know.
You're like,
Because I want to go all the way, but I can't, and it's just like,
excuse me.
yeah,
That one.
they're gonna.
I don't think
clip
there's
me.
anything racist about doing Asian accents because I don't. What's wrong with just making fun of an
But
accent?
what if I have an Asian like friend and partner, coworker,
okay, you have a
comes
black
in and
friend
goes,
too?
"Val is good." Like he can say this. He
You can
do
say this, Val. You know why? Because racism means I want you to have less rights than me. I want you to be. You're below
leverage.
me.
It's
You're
leverage.
below
It's
me.
social leverage,
You're
right?
below me.
Correct.
I'm just saying.
Right.
Y'all talk funny, and I
Well,
want to make
in
fun
a
of
way,
that.
in a way, listen.
You talk funny. I make fun of that too.
Oh man, it's a crazy conversation we just got into because I'm thinking now because you're right, but at the same time, people will never accept what you just said as a fact.
We once made ping pong paddles that say, "Oh my God, they're so crazy." So we made these ping pong paddles during the pandemic.
Okay.
And they're on the paddle is two faces drawn of two Asian guys.
Oh my God, I
and then it
remember
just
this.
says ping and pong on the rackets. And the only way I was like, I can market these is I made Kyle, who's Asian. We hired an Asian model to model them, and we made sure Kyle was the one doing all the photography. I was like, co-signed by the Asian community.
So good.
Yeah.
I have a chick named Maggie Chu. She's my best
Bless
friend from Toronto. Maggie Chu, Chu. It's great. It's a good one. So she's the
I
best.
fucking hate.
She's from
That's but also a big pet peeve. Is you know what, Asian people, you got to stop trying to like.
Capitalize on being Asian.
No, you're appropriating American names. Maggie Chu. Come on, give me the real name. Well, it's
I
probably
don't
like
even know.
Wang's
It could be
son
some
Chu.
Jin Jong Jin,
right?
You know,
And then they're like Maggie, and you're like, oh,
that makes sense.
okay.
Yeah.
That's like me moving to fucking China and then changing my name to fit in with them.
We should get Maggie to-
It's like, hi, my name is fucking Ling Ling Bachutsky.
Yeah, correct.
Because they leave the last name.
Right. The
Over
last
there,
name-
I'm Ling Ling Bachutsky.
but over
Here, I'm
here,
Kirill.
you're Kirill. Kirill.
Do you know that my name, and do you know they told me, this is so dumb, when we came to America, they said no one can pronounce Kirill. So they told my parents that they should call me K-Roll.
Yeah.
K-A-R-O-L-L. They're like, so every day, every first day of
K-roll
school.
sounds like sushi.
It's fucking, they called me egg roll my whole life.
Yeah.
So there you go. I'm kind of half Asian.
That's a sushi roll.
You know-
K-roll.
And you know, I was so traumatized by being called egg roll that I never ate an egg roll. And then I had an egg roll in high school, and I said, I don't know, it's kind of a compliment. Egg rolls are delicious
Yeah, I know, but egg rolls kind of freak me out also.
because you don't know what's in it.
Ugh.
Yeah,
Weird.
it's
I don't like
delicious.
it.
It's okay.
It's like, you know, the cabbage that we get from that coast? It's like that cabbage inside of like deep
Yeah,
fried.
with like pork.
Yeah, weird.
And it's delicious.
Freaks me out.
Phenomenal. Yeah.
Get it away from me.
I forget where we're going with this. Oh,
Your name.
yes. So they called me K-Roll. And every day, first day of school, they'd be like, Kirill Bachutsky. And I'd be like, can you call me K-Roll? And they'd be like, why? And I was like, I don't know. That's just my name now. So I'd have to correct them. You know how they're like, oh, someone's like Steven. He's like, call me Steve. I'd have to be like K-Roll.
Did you get bullied in school?
I don't think I got bullied as much as I got left alone. I don't think I
Why?
got
Because
bullied.
they were scared of you?
I had school shooter vibes.
Yeah.
I did have school shooter vibes, I think, because like my mom kind of dressed me a little bit, so I
my
just showed
God.
up to school like a Russian villager sometimes.
Really?
Yeah, because my mom would just buy me shit. She'd try to she'd be like, "Oh, I got this for dad," and I was like, "I don't."
You're like an IT kid, right? Like your little IT nerd.
But I knew how to draw, so everyone fucked with me because I was at least funny with my drawing.
Yeah, but
So,
you
like-
always had a good sense of humor, even when you were
Yeah,
younger.
I was quieter. It's hard to be.
Were you social? Like social with the kids?
Dude, I wasn't allowed to have sleepovers. Like my parents didn't understand like all that. She's like, "You have a bed, sleep at home." I was like, "But this is what everyone does. How am I supposed to
Yeah.
jerk off with my friends?"
Ew.
That's like a thing. You've never jerked off with your friends when you were like 12, 13?
All right, slow down. Yeah,
In a
I
sleeping
have,
bag
but,
trying to watch
no.
scrambled porn.
Yeah,
You're like, I think I saw a tit.
We have.
My friend
have.
would be upstairs in another room, be like, "Turn the channel.
Should
Turn
we,
the channel."
should we
What's
get
going
weird?
on?
I would get in mad trouble. I would have to sign up to the fucking channels, and my dad would be like, "What the fuck is this?"
Oh, I would just see. That's the thing about you is you're good. I'm going back to this. You needed good porn. I was like, oh, zebra pattern. And I saw
Bro,
a tit,
I used to.
and then you find out
I
it
used
was
to
like a
catch
guy's
Naughty
peck.
America on LimeWire. I used to fucking download half the video because my
I'm
internet was
talking
so slow.
pre-internet, dude. I had to watch.
Oh
it on
yeah,
a
I forgot. You're
television.
prehistoric.
Yeah. I would jerk off to like Macy's catalogs.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Your
Little bit.
imagination. That's why your imagination is so good.
Yeah. That's why I can come to anything.
Yeah,
probably.
that's why you're always imagining shit and fucking thinking about crazy nonsense.
Right. Like the girl could be disgusting, but in my eyes, I'm
Correct.
like, this girl's
Right.
fucking.
And then you start going like appreciation mode of like what you remember
She's
from
got such
before.
pretty toes.
Yeah, exactly. You're
Yeah.
like very grateful.
I could definitely. Yeah, I could repopulate the earth. You can't.
I got
You can't repopulate the earth because you have too many high standards. You'd be like, no.
not high
I'd be like,
standards,
let's go.
bro. You know what it is? It's like I'm just too responsible.
About what?
For like if I'm gonna start populating kids, like I just have this sense of fucking guilt. Like I can't like just like throw kids out in the world and not be around them. Like it fucking will
If you, had
freak
to,
me
if
out.
you had to repopulate the world, like it's you and like one other woman, and she happens to look like me.
I can go full Hasidic. I could put a
How
wig
would
on
you
you.
repopulate the earth, right? Imagine it's you and the woman version of me.
I would have to do semen retention for like 6 months, and then I could probably do it. Because
Right.
then I don't
But,
have
like,
to think
so-
of you. Like I would have to be stupid horny. Like I gotta be
You'd
like,
be like,
next
girl,
level.
shave your ass.
Yeah.
Put on this thing.
Don't look at me.
So
put
here-
a bag over your head.
I
Like,
have some questions for you about this though. So this is gonna play with your moral compass a little bit because okay, it's the end of the world. It's just you and me. I have a vagina, but I look like me.
Okay.
Obviously, you know, it's gonna be difficult for you.
you look like Mr. Yeah.
You're trying to rebuild this earth.
Right.
It's just me and you.
Right.
We fuck, let's just say 20 times. We have 20 kids. Or not fuck 20. I mean, hopefully we're only fucking for
So every time we have a
reproduction.
kid, every time we
What,
fuck,
you want
we
to
have
fuck
a
me
kid
for pleasure? You're like, yo, let me just hit it real quick.
I mean, dude, but what if I gotta fucking let one off? You know what I mean?
I'd be like, we have to repopulate. Like, if you're going to let one off, you're shooting up the club
Meaning,
when
like,
I'm ready.
don't waste this because I know you're not gonna want to do this with me for another 2-3 months.
Right. So, okay, so we have kids.
Okay.
Let's just say you're 30.
Okay.
We have kids.
Okay.
At what point do we let our kids fuck?
That's
Or at what
fucking-
point do you fuck our kids to keep repopulating this earth? What do you do?
Mm-hmm.
What do you do morally? You have to have sex with your children, or
Well, I have to have a
let
kid
your
that I
kids
don't
fuck.
talk to for a while. Like I gotta not see her for a minute.
It's you
I gotta
and
not
me.
know. I gotta
It's
pretend
you
it's
and-
not her.
It's you and me, the last two people on earth, and you go, I don't want to see my baby.
Yeah, just don't bring this girl
I just-
around. I said, don't bring that one around me
Don't
because
bring
then
this
I have to detach myself from her as
Right.
my child.
Okay.
And then I have to when she turns like 25 or 22, I'll be like,
Can you imagine we have a son as well, and that son's like, I'm gay, and you're like, you can't be
but
gay.
then she
I
can't.
need you to
but
reproduce.
then you see, she can't get sexually crazy with me. Like if I'm having sex with her, she can't call me daddy. I'll be like, oh my
Literally.
god,
It's like
that's fucking weird. That's weird.
But you know, she can't call you. You don't understand how weird it would be if she
dude,
called you
first
daddy.
of all, what the fuck am I agreeing with you on all of this?
If she-
I'm like, is that how you repopulate the earth? Can
Name
you pull up
another
a
way.
fucking thumbnail that shows me how to repopulate the
Yeah,
earth?
you just keep fucking everything and let it keep giving birth.
And then the kids turn out fucking completely mental.
What are the chances if you have sex with your offspring?
And then they become,
No, it's not always.
no, I mean, bro, for most part, it's
If you have
If they get
sex
something-
with your child,
Asperger's
I
or
can't
something
Google
happens.
this. I'm literally gonna have the FBI at my house in 5 minutes. My last
How to
search:
repopulate.
if you have sex with your child, will it be?
no, that's crazy. Don't even search that. Yeah, that's insane.
Answer children.
You're such an idiot.
Yeah, it's kind of wild.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I got it.
Yeah,
I
you
literally
better
have to
close
throw
your
my
computer.
laptop out.
Literally burn your laptop.
Oh wow, we're losing money on YouTube now.
We're gonna get demonetized. Literally.
Yeah, that's one of those things. It's kind of like, you know, why would
Wait, you do think that's how it works though? You're saying that's
if
how
I
it
have a
works?
vagina and you have a penis and we're the only two people that could bring more people into this earth, that is the only way. You're gonna all of a sudden develop fucking how to grow children in test tubes? You and I are dumb as fuck.
Right.
We're gonna just do it the old school way.
I'm just literally in my head now thinking
You're gonna
about
have
this.
to
It's
pound
fucking
me
crazy.
out. I'm gonna give birth at age what? 12. You're gonna be like, all right, give me our daughter. Let's go make some new babies, or let our kids fuck. What's worse? You
Well, you
fucking
see, some people in Ohio never got out of that mind frame.
well, they
That's the
probably
problem.
yeah. You know what's
That's
crazy?
the issue,
is like
bro.
I don't
People
want
get
kids.
fucking
so
way too weird.
I don't want kids, and Estee wants kids because she's like, I don't want to die alone. I want them to take care of me. And I'm like, do you understand that the minute my mom becomes annoying, I'm getting rid of her? Like, why would our kids
Shut
want to
up.
hang out with you?
Yeah, that's not true. You're not ever gonna do that. You love them so much.
I'll just put a pillow over her head. I
Also,
would poison my mother.
you don't think you would want to pop a little kiddo out soon? Like in 3 years?
I don't think I can make anything great.
What the fuck does that even mean?
What's the point of having one? Show me the point.
You're
Give me the
an idiot.
positives. Give me the positives.
My
Give me
man,
the three
in
best
45
positives.
years old, all you're gonna want to do is be in Greece and lay around and do nothing, right?
I don't know where you think I'm headed.
You're
but
headed
like
somewhere
in five
good.
More, 5
You're
years
fine.
from now, we're still doing this.
Well, yeah. I
Up
mean,
to 12 listeners.
right.
Caking it up with $12 a day.
We are still going to be doing this.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to tell you is, you don't want a little kiddo running around.
No, that sounds awful.
You're
It
a
would be
hypocrite. You know
cute.
why you're a hypocrite? Because you're saying that now because you obviously love your routine and you love your time and everything that you're investing your time into. But I know that once you had that kid, you were talking shit about getting a dog, and then you got a dog, and you're like, oh my god,
Yeah, but I got a dog
let's make
because
him an
it's sad.
Instagram.
Because I was sad. Yeah, I would definitely probably be one of those people that exploits my child on social media. The minute, because Estee with a baby or me holding a baby will get the most likes I've ever gotten. And once again, I told you, best drug on the planet. I'll be like, here's me and the baby. Here's the baby. Here's the baby.
And then you'll have like all your Sky Breeze or whoever you
Yeah,
with.
like, I told my baby.
It's crazy. Yeah, fucking, you know what it is with you? You're all marketing. You're 24/7 marketing.
Yeah, this
it
baby's
doesn't
not
matter.
gonna help me.
You
This
wake up in
baby-
the morning, just marketing.
I just look at the
marketing.
baby and I go like, I'm paying for you and you're not making me any money back.
Oh my god, you're sick.
You want to have a baby?
Yes, I already told you this. I think we're already on the
And the
sixth
seventh-
podcast.
I feel like you're just trying to have me have an offspring, and I don't want any of that.
I think you will. Whatever.
You know
Doesn't
what?
matter. We
You
can
know,
move on.
like I definitely want to discuss this when like she's ready. But like, dude, seeing Este's nephew pass away, and you're just like, you feel so bad for the parents that you're just like, I never want to experience that. So I'd rather cut that out of my life. I know I'd be missing all these great things and these moments with a child and the first steps and like, oh my God, like this is cool. Like we get to smoke weed with each other or go to theme parks or whatever. And you're like, this is so awesome because this is a part of me, and you get to watch it grow up to be something great. And then like that, you're never the same the rest of your life once that child is taken from you. And yeah, I don't want that kind of heartbreak.
yeah, well, that's awesome. You just overthought everything and planning
want
for
that
failure.
heartbreak.
You're planning for failure here.
I don't want that
Imagine
heartbreak.
you thought of that about your company like this. You would never.
What?
You would never have a great company, like a merch company that you
Right,
have.
but my merch company can't just die. I mean, it could, but
it
it's
could,
like,
and it almost did a few times.
Yeah, but that's on my own doing.
right.
Right, but like,
But I'm saying, imagine you
but
use
my
the same
feelings don't.
mindset.
But my feelings don't get hurt because I just work harder. Right, if something's bad, I go, okay, problem solve. Let's go into like survival mode.
Correct.
This, you know, but with you lose a kid. Like I'm gonna be really sad when Georgie dies. Like I love him, and I know he's gonna die,
Right.
and I can't wait for him to die so I can be free again to do whatever I want because
That's
he
crazy.
restricts us.
I'm gonna ignore that.
But I'm gonna be very sad.
of course.
I'm very sad. I've buried a lot of people already in my head. Have you? Like I'm
Some,
already
yes.
like I know I love my
I
grandmother.
have a problem with that though.
But when my grandma dies, I think I've
I
already
remember
dealt with
when
it.
your grandma had like a slight issue and you were at the hospital. I saw your face. You were pale.
Yeah, I'd be
You
sad.
were like this. You're like, dude. Like, I don't know. And you're like making faces. Like, I never seen you even make the faces you were making when you were in the hospital hanging out with her. So I know that you would get very, very sad.
Yeah, I like to cry. I cry.
I've
at
never
the
seen you
fucking
cry in my
dumbest
life.
shit. Yo, you pull up a John Cena video, I will
you're
start
such a softie when
bawling.
it comes to that. Yeah, I know.
You know why? Because this is a good dude.
Yeah.
I want him to succeed more so than The Rock now. I'm over The Rock.
Yeah, I don't need The Rock. I'm good on him, bro.
And John
I'm
Cena's
sick
a
of
great
him already.
actor now. You saw that show he's got on HBO?
No,
It's incredible.
he's a good dude though. He's a great guy.
Dude, he's the most Make-A-Wishes.
Yeah.
And he didn't even want to tell people about him.
Mark Wahlberg is also amazing. I love Mark Wahlberg.
Stop.
But, well, listen.
Mark Wahlberg.
Let me tell you something. I just had a random thought.
Yeah.
Okay. If I was doing OnlyFans,
Okay.
I would do an OnlyFans post mid forest fire. Like I would be in the forest fire, taping myself naked, doing shit. Do you think that would upsell my OnlyFans? I just randomly thought of that.
I don't think it would, because you're not understanding how OnlyFans works. You're being too creative. OnlyFans it exploits the dirt in our minds, and nobody wants glossy.
But you don't think
Everyone
it would be a
wants-
shock factor? Like, yo, Val's jerking off in the middle of the forest fire. Like, let's go look at this
like
shit.
you're trying to put it out, like
Yeah, exactly.
Helping.
Correct. Insane. That
yeah.
would be
No, 'cause,
crazy. Trying to look mad sexy while everyone's running away from the fire, and you're just standing there, and everyone's running past you.
Do you think they live in villages? You're like, everyone's running from the fire, like the forest, and Val's.
I'm thinking of it as like, you know, like the world is ending kind of like vibe, and everyone's running away.
The world's ending, and you're making OnlyFans content for who?
For my fans.
For like the 3 people who are like running away from this fire, like.
For the 5 gay dudes that are watching me in Africa. I have this crazy gay guy that fucking
In
follows
Africa?
me from
I would
Africa.
definitely
I'm
not
so
fuck
scared
a
of
gay
him.
guy from Africa.
Oh my god, I'm scared as shit.
And I know that sounds
He
pretty
likes
bad.
my stuff. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, dude, you're gonna beat me up one day. I don't want that. Scared. But yeah,
Getting beat up by a gay guy.
yeah, no, but like he's huge, dude. He's
Yeah.
like 250. He's like, you're gonna fuck me today, and even if I don't want to, I have to. He's gonna make me.
Yeah, do you think I'd have to make it my choice in my head? I'd be like, well, he's got nice toes.
Surrender.
While I see his toes next to mine behind me, I'd be like,
Sorry, I took it to the other route. We were
no, but
talking
you
about
should
The Rock
definitely have
and
an
John Cena
OnlyFans.
and all
You
that
should
stuff.
have an OnlyFans, but the only way OnlyFans works, dude, is if you make it raw. By raw, I mean like when girls send out like photographer photos, like no one wants to see glossy photos. They
No.
want to be like, hey, just rolled out of bed.
Right.
Here's my asshole.
They want to
Like, that's
make it.
what you
They
do.
want you to. They want
Feel like it's a text message.
as if you're sending it to them personally.
Yeah, and every dude on there is like, oh, only I'm getting this, I guess. And you're like, what? And half of these girls aren't talking to you. It's some fucking Indian server farm that's learned. I mean, honestly, at this point, I think AI is probably going to just take over talking to these guys.
Oh, by the way, I know a kid that's creating an AI porn website. Basically, you describe the girl that you would like, and it
Genius.
It formulates the girl for the person, and then you can basically have that girl, like you tell
just
the
make a
girl,
movie? They
yeah,
just
and then
basically-
you could put yourself, you scan a picture of yourself, and you put yourself into the thing, and then it looks like she's doing stuff with you on video.
Bro, this is an ingenious way of
And
never
I was going to
getting
ask
caught
you if you
cheating.
want to be part of that.
You never get
any partners.
You know, yeah, I'm down. The problem with porn is it's a fantasy. I don't want to see myself. Like when I see the reflection of myself jerking off when the monitor turns like right now, it's gross. I don't want to be in the porno.
See, me, no, I don't either. But like, is that because you think you're not a good performer?
Well, in AI, hopefully it makes me good.
Right.
But it's gonna be the easiest way to get away with cheating now. You just go like, "That's AI, babe." She's like, "Who's this girl kissing you?" You'd be like, "I don't know. It's AI."
Girls are not gonna like that though.
No,
They're not.
but you know
Because
what?
girls don't like you guys jerking off.
Girls are gonna go
Forget
extinct.
about.
Girls are gonna go extinct because of AI. Because
They're not because girls
there's
are
a
the
guy-
only way we can fucking produce. But they are producing babies now artificially too.
Right.
So-
But if a guy can just talk to so this, it's going to get really weird, and it kind of goes back to the Yestay's nephew thing. Is AI is going to really? I think it's going to fuck with a lot of people's mental, because imagine you can load in
Conscious,
like we're going to die,
right?
but a version of us will live on, and it's going to be weird because imagine there's an AI where, okay, perfect example. My grandmother loses her husband, right? At 65, right? Let's just imagine that. Imagine she could load in all these photos, all these videos, all the voicemails, everything he's ever given her.
Right.
And now this AI can continue talking to my grandma as my grandpa. Like, hey, how's your day? I miss you, blah, blah, blah. Some people will get sucked into like
because they
You're
missed
getting
them.
catfished by your own AI.
Yeah, but you would have to obviously upload
Because people
enough,
are lonely. Would you want to talk to an AI?
like a version of my mom or something like that.
Like if
I don't know.
if they have enough inputs, you're
That
like,
saddens me a lot. I'll be honest with you. I obviously, I'm like thinking like, yo, this AI shit is like, okay, it's progressive, it's cool, whatever, it's effective, and it's you can automate.
you're using
stuff.
a lot of big words. I don't know what they mean.
Well, yeah, you do. And I'm just thinking in my head, I'm like, you know how you complain, you're like, oh, clubs used to be so fun when the phones weren't around.
Right.
Like now it's times 10 with this AI shit, bro. It's like
Yeah.
you don't have to work for anything now. Like people like writing essays, you had to like really
I
become
make contracts on it.
right. It's 2 seconds.
It's kind of great.
Yeah, but you see, that's how they catch you.
Yeah, it is good, but it's also bad. But all technology is good and bad. Like cell phones are great.
Like if
but
I
cell
can
phones are
upload
bad.
a Conscience of Kirill on a fucking computer, and then I can literally have enough footage and enough voice memos and whatever, and I can formulate a Kirill, why would I need you in this podcast room? I can just have a fucking conversation with an AI.
I can't wait for that to happen. After this podcast, we just probably funnier and smarter than both of us.
No, yeah, maybe.
The smart, you're like, nah, wait, no.
It's possible, but
I just
where do you think it's gonna end though?
I asked AI this week to write me a song about having a crush on my cousin, and it did.
Can you read it?
I have the poem.
On your cousin?
Yeah, I was just trying to see what funny things it could do, and it's not that bad, man. Hold on, I have it somewhere here. Oh,
You see, if you paid for the membership, it would give you a better
poem.
version.
Here's the poem. In a small town where the fields sway, there's a secret I've been carrying every day.
my
A
God.
feeling I can't deny, though it feels so wrong. A story of love that's been hiding for too long. Chorus.
Really?
I've got a crush on my cousin. Yeah, it's true. A forbidden love that I can't undo. But these feelings just won't subside. And in my cousin, I want to jizz inside.
Oh my God! Wait, did it actually shoot that back at you?
I fixed the end a little
Yeah,
bit.
there's no way you sent the
can't use
jizz
that
back
language.
inside. You're such a little
Oh, I'm
dick.
sorry.
You're
See, that's
fucking
why
dick.
AI will never replace us. Because it's like AI
Yes,
is
it
like
will.
AI. Because every
It's
AI
too
is
political,
fucking
right?
it's too woke.
Yeah, it's
like
too
that. They're like,
political, yeah.
sorry, I can't
I know,
use
I know.
mean words.
That's why I said jizz inside. I said, there's no way ChatGPT is shooting that at you.
No, but it wrote the beginning. It's like
That's great though.
the beginning is very poetic, and then my part is jizz inside. They're like in a small town where the fields sway.
It's crazy that it's spitting fire at you, dude. You could start doing Pop Smoke songs. Did you hear the Drake songs and the Pop Smoke songs? That it's fucking.
They're all fake. The fake ones, the AI ones,
and it
Yeah.
sounds amazing.
What's wrong with that?
What do
It's
you mean?
more
What's
art.
wrong with that?
Let
What
it
do you
be.
mean?
If I was Drake, I would just license my voice. I'd be like, go ahead. Less work for me to do.
Oh, you're so weird. I don't know. You're telling me if you were
Yes.
producing music,
Yes.
you would have
Yes.
fucking. Wow.
Yes. Who
But he
cares?
just kills the whole fucking.
It's not art when you're doing T-Mobile commercials, right? Like, they're not artists. They're businesses. Drake's a business. It's just another tool.
Are you gonna hop on this? Like
on what?
Like, are you gonna hop on AI and incorporate it into your business
I don't know how to. What to do? What?
for your merch and everything else? Because
No,
obviously
no.
you're gonna have to incorporate it sooner or later. You're gonna
No,
either
we're old
adapt
school.
or
We
die.
use Mexicans.
I mean, look. Just now, you had to open up a new shipping center to adapt.
Yes, we do. But
Right.
it's still
And you're gonna probably
it's in
have to use-
Mexico,
right.
And the AI we use is just Mexicans. There's how are they gonna? Who's gonna pick orders? AI? What does that mean?
Okay, once robots start coming out, you're gonna replace the Mexicans with robots.
We can barely get orders out. You think we have robots? Robots, yeah, well.
People are fucking going nuts on the Instagram right now, talking about where's my order. I'm like, woo. So I'm not answering that one.
Well, first of all, it's like, do I look at customer service to you?
Yeah, I'm not answering those
Bro,
questions.
when,
And
like-
first of all, this is a podcast.
Yeah.
I have nothing to do with the
Where's
clothing.
oh yeah, let me look that up for you. People think that I'm like customer service. I'm packing the orders. I'm doing the marketing. I do this podcast. Like,
Have you ever been to a party and somebody ran up to you and like, hey, I really love you, but where the fuck is my clothing?
Yeah, when people complain about their orders to me at parties, I literally just walk away.
You get so mad.
I'm like-
I know you. You get so irritated. You can't handle it.
No, because I came to the shitty town to be worshipped, and now these people are bringing their customer service complaints. Like, I would have worn this if it came in time. I was like,
And you're like, where do I go from this
I
one?
was like,
right?
I want to set you on fire right now. Yeah,
God.
like,
Do you ever feel bad?
you know what? I don't feel bad because I'm just like, you're gonna get it. gonna get it. I don't know. I just don't
All the
like.
barbers
You know
in the
what?
barbershop?
It's annoying because I'm like, dude, I'm not here to do that, right? Like,
You're
I'm here to have a good time.
You're
Don't
like,
bring it-
why am I so accessible to this customer right now?
Yeah,
Right?
I'm like, bro, what is this?
Yeah.
I'm like, does The Rock have to deal with this
Yeah,
when he drops
exactly.
his fucking body armor shit?
Ugh, bro, this AI shit's freaky as fuck. You saw the new headset they're coming out of Apple for $3,500.
Yeah, I saw that
fucking
great meme.
expensive.
Did you see a great meme for that? Someone's like, this is augmented reality $3,500 or a $20 of just augmented reality and it's a bag of shrooms.
Yeah.
And you're like, what's better? I just don't understand. Like, it's,
What do you gonna buy one?
I mean, we'll probably buy one just for content making and just to be, be silly with it. But honestly, of all the things Apple could be doing, like, you're like, that's what you're working on?
I mean, bro, they have to adapt. This is what's coming out. This is what's next.
No, I don't think anyone's going to be wearing VR headsets. Like, that's not a fashion accessory.
Homie,
But-
if people are addicted to porn, they're sitting at home all day long like weirdos, jerking off nonstop, and they can't come out of the house, and all they're doing is ordering Uber Eats. I think this VR set is going to be perfectly fine for them.
Bro, $3,500. That's
Yeah.
I mean,
And
you
America
assume
lives
people
on
are gonna
credit
go-
cards.
Yeah, people
So-
are going to go into debt.
Right, and people are in debt. This fucking country's nothing but debt.
I don't like any of that.
You don't want it in your face. You're just old school, bro. You're too old
I just
for
want
this shit.
reality.
You
I just want reality.
Right, and and the reality is not going to look good for you, and you might as well run away to Greece soon, because AI is going to fuck everything up.
Dude, if AI takes over my life and I can just go secretly live in Greece, that's great for me.
I kind of wish I can jump into your brain and see what you saw at clubs when you started partying in the beginning of partying. Because I was too young to be around.
It was
that.
cool because no one, and I will tell you this, because no one was on their phone, so it was fun to take people's pictures because I was the only one with evidence. And so that's why my shit blew up, right?
Right.
Is because now everyone posts, everyone's got
Correct.
stories, so you're like, all right.
The
club
value's
photographer-
not there.
Yeah, like the day after a party, everyone went to my website to be like, did I make it? Or,
Right.
oh my God, I need to email Kirill, please delete that
That was
because
cool, yeah.
my life is going to be ruined. It was a cool time. It was
Yeah, it
definitely...
Sick.
it was my way to get into clubs for free and get drunk for free. It was the easiest.
You also met a lot
scheme.
of cool people through that, which is dope. You made a lot of good friendships.
I feel like a
and
lot of cool people met me, Val.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, but yeah, it's. I think of stuff like that, and I always go back to how cool it was to be more present. Like even in the barbershop, like when everybody's hanging out, it takes something of shock for people to all get off the phone and talk. But while everyone's chilling at the shop now, everyone's in their phones. Back in the day, we used to be all in the same room, just talking to each other, discussing stuff. It was just different. It was just a different vibe.
Yeah, I find myself on an endless scroll on Reddit, like endless. I'm like, I don't even enjoy any of this.
Right. It's interesting how things changed.
I don't go on Instagram anymore. I post in peace. I don't look at people's
I'm
stories.
not
I
a
don't
big
watch.
fan of
I don't do.
Instagram.
You know what? Like we said, everything's just so commercialized on social media that you're like, yeah, I'm here to sell. That person's here to sell. I'm not here to buy. I'm not looking at any of this content.
We're also just very numb to it at this point. We had 10 years of constantly scrolling. It's like
10 years of making content too and
it's
posting.
like, bro, like how much shit can I see, bro? It's the same shit over and over
I
again.
feel, dude, there's only so many videos I can make of like hockey. Like, you know what I mean? That feels so boring and trite sometimes too, where you're just like, ugh, all right, let's think of a reel. Let's bring in a hot chick. Let's put her in some merch. I mean, I think that's the whole point of this podcast, is maybe another outlet for, I don't know what. Why don't you just...
I want to get closer to you.
This is like...
I want to interview
Should we
you.
hold hands for this?
Yeah.
Oh, so Val and I want to try a concept. I think that we'd have a really good episode if you and I don't look at each other.
Yes.
And we
Back to
both
back.
back to back. We sit back to back and we just talk.
Like a blind date.
Because I think you distract me.
Why?
I don't know, but we
Because
should...
my face annoys you, or because, yeah, okay.
You know why it bothers me? Because you remind me that I'm not good looking.
Shut up with this good looking shit. Just nonstop good
Every
looking.
episode.
Everything is good looking.
That's it, you know.
Listen, get back on keto, baby. Are you back on
Oh, being skinny's the problem.
it? Get back on keto. Get on the rower.
I can't. I'm too sad. I like food too much. But I will. I got to lose weight for Este's 40th. We're going to Greece, and I can't look like I don't think I'll ever have abs, man. I don't have the discipline for abs.
You have dimples?
Yeah.
Kind of cute, honestly.
Girls always used to tell me I had nice eyes, which means I'm ugly.
Before the eyes depart?
I didn't get a lazy eye till I think high school. So
why? What do you think happened over there?
I think my brain is just trying to pay attention to too many things at once.
Yeah,
I can do it on command. Ready?
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, like I see what's
It's like,
going
you know
on
how
there.
girls can flex their boobs?
Yeah.
You can do that with your eyes.
That's it.
That's crazy that you could do that.
It's a skill.
It's a skill.
Yeah.
No. You see what's going on over here and over there?
Yeah, I'm like the cameras in this room. I'm just
Oh man.
everything's blurry.
You saw that they're random topic. You saw that Trump is going back to jail again
I don't think he ever
for
went to
400
jail.
years.
Yeah, I don't.
They're
you
trying
know-
to get him in.
You know, it's like I didn't want to talk politics on this because I didn't do enough research. But I will say this: it's kind of a hypocritical move to put him to
I agree.
because every single politician is a pile of shit. To want that as your
Right.
career.
You have to be a scumbag
You've had to compromise
Correct.
with people you don't like.
all the time.
Right, so you're gonna make deals
Yes.
that are bad and look bad.
Facts.
And you're gonna have to. You know, they don't trade secrets. How are all these people this rich?
I wish we had a button that said preach. And just fucking bomb drops after you say that. Yeah.
Kirill with the truth bombs.
With the truth bombs. Boom. No, but you're right. That's
Yeah.
a fact. They're all scums,
Yeah,
bro.
so it's
I
like-
don't want to hear it.
You think he's gonna go to jail? I just hope that. I don't know.
They're gonna try their best to get him off. They don't want him.
As long as he's allowed to like have social media in jail.
oh, he's the best social media guy. He's so good.
Do you understand if he said we could fix our entire budget problems in America if we just had a live feed to his jail cell?
Oh my
And
God.
everyone just paid $9 an hour to watch it.
Homie, I would watch it nonstop. I would play it in the shop 24/7. It's crazy.
I would watch Donald Trump all day.
He's lights out. He's insane.
And he's gonna get crazier with no makeup and no,
Right.
You know, that whole Crayola team helping him.
But
And
in
literally-
jail, he would still be super alpha, like with his hands behind his back, and be like,
Well, yeah, everyone in the yard is gonna love him. Everyone in
I
the-
love it here, and
I'm gonna run this prison.
and I'm gonna run it here. You know, like just straight up, like, and it's fine.
Did Trump turn gay to you?
No, I'm trying to like get his like I'm trying to mimic his voice correctly, and it's like in between, like I can get a little bit of it, and then it just like slips out.
Yeah, I'm not good at voices.
I'm not bad.
Apparently, you're not good either. You're Asian fucking.
I could do a good Mark Wahlberg. I could do a good
What's a
Jay-Z.
good Mark Wahlberg? Give me a Jay-Z.
It's young. Hope.
That's
so bad.
That's your impersonation.
That's so bad. No, hold on. Nah, I could do a good one. I'd be like, you know that laugh.
If someone goes, "What's your Jay-Z?" Give me your Jay-Z impersonation.
You know that laugh that he has. Yeah, that's crazy. I used to be so good
You
at
are
it. I
so
haven't
lucky you're good
practiced.
looking because
I
if that
haven't
has ever
practiced.
worked on a girl, Val's so
It's
funny.
young. It's
Val's so
young.
funny. He
No,
sounds
goes,
like.
"It's
Let me close
young."
my eyes.
He goes, "It's young hope. I'm in the. No, but Mark Wahlberg, I could do a good one. Say hello to your mother for me, okay?
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna play you the famous Jay-Z laugh, and let's hear Val's version.
Go ahead. Yo, it's not bad.
Go for it.
Yo, he's telling me that's not a bad.
I'm gonna close my eyes, and everyone. It's either gonna be. There's no way to
Go
tell.
ahead. I got
Okay,
this.
ready? I don't know
It's young hope.
Guys, is that Jay-Z or Val? No, it's terrible.
I could do it. It's not
Awesome.
bad.
Awesome.
It's better than yours.
Maybe they'll hire you on SNL. Like, we need a good Jay-Z laugh.
All right, fine. But I could do a couple other ones. I could do good like Indian accent. I could do a good customer service Indian accent.
Oh, you and every person.
Do it.
Thank you for calling customer service. My name is Rajan.
No, but it's not.
Yeah, no.
Rajan is good. Where'd you get
My name is
Rajan?
Rajal, and I'm happy to help you today.
Oh, thank you for calling. This
No,
is
yours is too
expedient.
racist.
No, it's
yours
really-
is too racist. Mine's not.
Fuck.
Mine's
okay.
like authentic. Like, thank you for calling.
But where'd you get Rajan? That's a good
Rajan
fucking
is a
name.
good because it's
Sounds like
as
a
long
rug
as-
company.
It's welcome to Rajan's Rugs.
Rajan's
Magic
rug-
carpets.
Yeah, it's
They used
good.
to fly.
Yeah, it's good. That's good.
Yeah. Rajan's a good one.
Rajan's great. Where the fuck did you pop out of that one?
I mean, that's how you just do it. It's a
Yeah.
whole lot of da-da-da-da-da.
Da-da-da-da-da-bup-bup.
Yeah, so clearly I'm already better than you in Indian accents.
No. Absolutely not.
Every episode we try to get canceled, and this might be the one.
This one might be the one. Yeah,
I mean,
actually.
no one said that we're uncanceled either. With our viewership, you have to pop off to be canceled, I feel like.
Yeah, you also have to mean it.
These episodes
We're
are
not
going to
in-
haunt us one day.
You think so?
Probably.
If they
Because
don't,
it's only going to get worse in 10 years.
I kind of hate that though. Kind of hate that we can't just have fun together.
We are having fun together.
No, but like without having to like
We
victimize that-
we choose to record this and put this out.
Everyone's like victimizing
We
themselves.
could be doing this without microphones and having a great time.
Right. And then I think that's worse. I think if somebody catches a small little audio recording while you guys are all having fun together and then puts it out and be like, look what Kirill says on the low with his boys.
Right.
It's different. But
It's
now,
better than being like,
right,
I'm willingly putting this out
correct.
there.
And the fact that we're here, they're like, oh shit, they're obviously kidding.
Yeah, I'm obviously kidding.
Kidding around.
All jokes, guys. These are all jokes.
Oh, jokes aside,
Please
dude.
don't cancel me.
Don't cancel
I
us,
have a run
please.
business. I have to.
Thank you. But yeah, I
Like,
think,
I hate that they got rid of Apu. Right? Or they changed his
Huh?
accent? Or they get an Indian actor? Or they got rid of Apu?
what the fuck
In
is that?
Simpsons. They were like, Hank Azaria used to do his voice, and he was like, I don't feel comfortable voicing Apu because it's like a stereo. I'm like, bro, you're just a cartoon voice actor. Who cares? Like, and no one, thank you, come again is like an iconic phrase that no one looked like. I don't know.
It's just crazy that every little thing now we gotta like tiptoe around.
You're like, he's an actor. He's supposed to do voices.
I just
and
hate
play
that-
things.
I
Right? They're
just-
like, oh, well, he's taking jobs from. No, he's just really good.
And the best humor comes from judging people and making fun of people and fucking all that other shit. Like if we stop doing all that stuff, everything becomes not fun and you can't joke around. It's just tiptoeing around everybody's emotion ruins comedy.
Yes. And saying like only you can make fun of the things
It's
that
like
you
so
are.
stupid. I hate it. It's just like it's not like in high school we used to just go at it nonstop, say the crazy shit, and nobody
Right.
would get upset.
Right.
Now you have to say it and look around like, is everybody okay?
Yeah, and then you're like, I hope no one's filming.
You're like, is everybody okay? Like, what? Does everybody need to be okay? I'm not okay.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's a good point. Where they're like, is everybody okay? And you're like, what about me?
Yeah,
The
what
guy
the
talking,
fuck?
I'm clearly not okay.
But if that's the case, why? Let's backtrack my timeline and empathize and sympathize with everything that happened to me.
That's the thing. Where does it start, right? Because they'll say like, hurt people, right? That phrase. You've ever heard it?
No,
Right?
I never
So it's
heard
like
it.
the idea that everyone who's been an abuser was abused themselves, right? So at what point do they stop being a victim and become an abuser, right? Like if you had a fucked up childhood,
It's like Deadpool, right? You get fucking they suffocate you long enough and then you come out on the other side strong.
what?
Well, Deadpool, that's what happened, right? He had cancer and they were trying to kill him in that little tube, but he ended up his immune system survived and he came out on the other side and he became the abuser. That's what you're basically saying, right? You go through enough pain to make it out to the other side and then you become the winner. Right?
No, but then you become a pile of shit. The abuser is what we're saying, right? You're saying,
But
you're
I
saying,
feel like
you're saying if you're not
you see,
okay,
but you see, that's the problem. They're saying that you become the abuser. They make you feel like the abuser, but instead they're taking away the fact that you made it through the bad times, and now you have the right to make fun of people yourself, right? Because you were getting abused 24/7, and then you make it to the other end. Your emotions don't get hurt anymore. You become tough. You build a callus to it, and now you should be labeled as the winner, not
All right,
as the
you're
abuser.
talking about emotional abuse. I guess if I bring up physical abuse, right? Like if you got beat up as a kid by your parents, constantly abused, right?
Okay.
And then you get older and you start hitting other people, women, your girlfriends,
Right,
your
right.
children.
I get that, okay.
At what point are you? Where do you stop blaming your upbringing, right? Where do you have to take responsibility for who you are as a
Accountability for
person,
it, yeah.
for your own actions, or are you just kind of like, hey, I'm fucked up, deal with it, right? Like, is that okay too to be like, yo, this dude went through hell as a child, so how do we expect him to function? Like that's all he knew. Not saying
Mm-hmm. Right.
he's doing anything right, but like
Right.
if you're a product of your
Environment, yeah.
right, like at what point?
I guess
is
you're
it-
right. That's a
right.
good
So
point.
like I'm a product of my environment. I grew up making fun of things, so I'm kind of set in my ways.
But that's what I'm asking you.
I'm set in my
Did
ways.
you grow up making fun of things because you used to get ripped?
I think is the way I just kind of gravitated towards comedy and comedians and edgy jokes because I thought that there's something interesting in saying something forbidden. Or not forbidden or like just like, ooh, I can't believe he's going there. I think that's so cool. I think that's so awesome that someone could arrange words. We all use these words.
Right.
They're in the dictionary.
Correct.
The craziest part is every Jay-Z lyric, every George Carlin rant, every whatever thing that's ever written that's great. They just use the same vocabulary as we did, but they just arrange those words in a certain way. And I think that's so cool. And I think when people arrange those words in a way that gets you to like cross a line and it's edgy and funny.
But
and
make a point at the same time.
Dude, there was this, I watched this clip from Flagrant 2 this morning and Schultz's podcast, and they had Bobby Lee and Santino on. And Mark, who's on Schultz's podcast, he's like one of the co-hosts. Fucking best joke I've heard. I was crying laughing in bed. They were making fun of Bobby for like standing up because he got pissed at something and just started moving like a transformer. Right? And they were just doing these transformer jokes. And Mark goes, Bobby's the only transformer you're scared of when they transform. More dangerous when he becomes a car. Right? And you're like, what a brilliant Asian joke.
That is a good
like what a clean
right
roast.
On the spot too.
And you're just like, God damn it. Like that's, to me, that's like hearing, it's like music. Like you're like, whoa, I just heard like a version of Bohemian Rhapsody where you're like, it's clean.
To you, it's that chess. You enjoyed that chess.
It's a play on words. It makes you think. You connected those dots, and I finished the joke in my head.
I'm the same way. I enjoy that too.
Yes.
But then my issue is when it gets delivered, and then the people that are not soft, they enjoy it, and then everybody else is like, oh my God, that's so, or like, oh my, why would he say this, or why would? And to me, it's just like, like why?
I think you just got to stay in the pocket. I've realized, like,
just own it, like go all the way through.
I mean, like at the end of the day, like, what do you got? Like,
right?
Like what? I used to want to have as many friends as possible, and now I don't care. And now I'm just like,
I think it's an age thing where you just kind of like became careless about.
I also think I just don't want to be surrounded by dead people. And the more friends you have, the more funerals you're going to attend.
Jesus Christ, bro. You fucking love throwing a fucking curveball.
Well, dude, when I'm 70, I'm going to be sad every week if I have like 40 friends and they start
But you
crooking.
buried already a lot of people in your head, if we can rewind back to the beginning of the podcast.
Well, yeah, but I don't want to bury anyone else.
Right.
I'm not, like, I think if Estee dies first, I say I'd probably kill myself depending on how old we are, because I'd just be this loneliness that I can't fill. But then a part of me is like, sweet, I get to fuck some new pussy. But I think I'd probably kill myself.
Oh, shut up.
It would be such an emotional moment. You're losing your friend. You're
and
literally,
that's why when you have kids, if you
had
had kids, you wouldn't do that.
No, I would.
No, you wouldn't. Because if you loved your kids so much and you saw Estee in your kids, you would want to be around them.
If Estee died and I had children, I would see my child be sad and then I'd be sad. It'd be worse. Losing Estee at like when we're both 70, it's like the pain of losing a phone and not having your iCloud backup photos, because you're just like, I just lost all those memories. And losing Estee would mean losing my memory bank of looking at someone and being like, hey, remember 20 years ago when that happened? It was hilarious. When I'm 70, who am I going to do that with?
You could do it with me. What the fuck? You didn't want me?
We're going to be together at 70 still doing this. All right, guys, welcome to Ugly on the Inside.
Whatever. There's going to be probably a bodysuit I can put on. Looks like Estee, and you can just shove it in there.
I think by the time we're 70, that's 30. Oh my God. I'm going to be dead in 40 years, man. Half my life is lived.
It's crazy. It's crazy you're 40 next year.
Dude, you know,
I met you when you were like 29.
Thanks. That means I met you when you were 19.
28.
When I met you, you were 21.
I was like 20.
Can I give you one of my biggest pet peeve on birthdays? Is making outgoing phone calls. I don't want to make an outgoing phone call on my birthday. I only take incoming calls. Because if you make an outgoing phone call and you start talking to someone and they don't acknowledge that it's your birthday, I just start boiling with hate.
I know.
All I'm doing is just bitches talking like, so I was doing this, and I'm like, are you going to wish me a happy fucking birthday?
I know.
On my birthday,
I don't take it personal though. I
only do incoming calls on my birthday.
It doesn't bother me at all. I don't care.
No, it's my fucking birthday.
I know, but I just also don't. I never like to attach myself to expectation from other people. Like recently, I stopped doing that because I get too disappointed and I start getting in my head, and I'm like, you know what? I just start treating everything like transactional in a sense where if I know that person's not close enough to remember, or if But I'm kind of a very understanding
I
person.
think your mic is too far.
I'm an understanding person too, though. Like I know if people are very busy and they have a lot going on, my expectations are kind of different nowadays. I'm just like, all right, whatever, it's fine. As long as you remember and you can still.
My sister almost forgot my birthday. She texted me at 12 midnight as it's ending.
Oh wow. She's busy. She said, "What?
What, eating pussy? Sorry, I was knee deep in some vagina.
She couldn't find her hearing aid.
What does that have to do with a text message? Such a good excuse.
The hearing aid manager's like, Krill, I lost it.
Yeah, What'd
you say? You ripped her?
No, I feel bad. I don't rip my sister.
You don't,
I
right?
love her too much.
Oh, so you love your sister. So if she, God forbid something happened to her, you would be sad?
I never said I wouldn't be sad.
Listen, homie, the way you say it, you make me think you don't care.
I just don't want to be sad. That's my whole thing in life. I don't want to be sad. And having all these people around.
You have such a defense mechanism for being sad. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's marijuana and my girlfriend. But it's so crazy. Isn't that weird that you think about you're investing your entire life into one person?
Crazy.
Name anything else in life that you will do permanently, right? Besides your tattoos, I guess. But like
your job, career.
Like you're with your girl, I'm with Estee. Like we're operating under the assumption that we're gonna die together. That me and this girl, who I know 6 years now, right? You just gotta be like, I have one life to live. That's it. Like,
right.
Isn't that such a mind fuck?
Right.
I can barely pick out sneakers.
So when you're 70 and you're like, yo, and everything flashes by and you're sitting there at your porch and you're like, holy fuck, like, and then Estee's like not feeling well, whatever it is, you're going to be fulfilled, right? I understand you love Estee and you have a lot of memories with her, but then you're on that porch and you're thinking like, holy shit, like, yo, I was just doing a podcast with Val, 30 years flew by, and now I'm here on this porch.
You think I'm going to sit on this fucking porch with Estee and be like, I did a podcast?
Doesn't matter. But I'm saying if you have the flashback, right, and you're like, holy fuck, and then you have nothing to pass on.
To a child?
To anything, period. You have nothing on this planet afterwards to pass on. Like, there's no kid. You didn't make a kid.
No. My merch is going to be a goodwill for like another 100 years.
But what if the merch gets, God forbid, in like 10, 15 years, something changes politically and they're like, yo, we can't have this type of shit no more. Like, yo, get the shit out of here. We're done.
Let me kill myself. No, I'm not. Val, it's not going to happen. You're making up a scenario
I'm asking
as
you,
absurd as me and you having sex to save the world.
But no, because the way you're saying, you're like, yo, it's crazy. We're tied in with one person. Imagine me with one person, blah, blah, blah. It's a crazy concept. But that's the whole thing. That's why biologically, innately, we pass on an offspring so that down the line, it's not as sad.
What's not as sad?
Leaving.
It is sad.
It is sad, but it's not as sad because you know, you're
No,
like, yo,
because
I did my best
when I'm
with
85,
a kid.
they don't want to hang out with me. My kids don't. I don't want to hang out with my mom when she's 85, right? I'm not going to want to. I will love her, but I will refuse. I don't want to hang out with a geriatric, old, annoying Russian Jewish lady. I love her, but that's not my idea of a great Sunday or having to change her diaper, blah, blah, blah. So when I'm older and I have children, I don't want to be a burden. I'd rather save all that money from not having children and just retire and just live a fulfilled life. At 85, have some fucking lady clean my asshole for me and not my children.
Yeah, I get that.
And plus, when we retire, it's going to be a different kind of version of retirement, right? It's every generation has their own version. Right now, retirement homes are shitty, right? But that's because they're run by old white people, right? Like old school.
It's a scumbag.
Wait until the Tao groups, the catches, when those guys start getting older, right? They're going to start developing other concepts. At some point, we're probably going to have a Tao retirement community.
Okay, whoa.
And I'm going to go fucking live there.
Relax.
Why wouldn't you not? There's going to be money in that. When our generation turns 70, what are you going to stop? Like, all those party kids, yes, they mature, but at some point, you're going to be like, I'm going to go have sushi Mondays at Tao and then go sit by the pool with ex-bottle girls. Ex-bottle girls. These 70-year-old failed real estate agents and bottle girls. I'm going to be cleaning up in there.
Yo, the bottle girl transition into real estate agent is insane. That's so fucking one of the best transitions in all of.
Yeah. And the bottle girl makes the most money and does the least work.
Nothing. Just brings out a bottle, just smiles.
The busboy is doing all the work.
And he's over there grinding, hustling.
Yeah.
She's on his back and he's like carrying her.
Yeah, she's like, not only did it start as like, I'm just going to bring out a bottle and get 20% tip while this Mexican dude busses the whole table. He's short. He's getting elbows in the face.
Right.
Right. And now they're like, I'm gonna get on your shoulders for a better presentation, and you're just like, can you degrade me anymore?
Literally, it's crazy. It really is. Where you see the suffering, we get the short end of the stick, and they still complain. The guys still get abused, and they still complain.
It's vaginas.
And the guys get abused. The ones that are getting the bottles too. They just don't understand that they're abusing themselves.
Oh, of course. The girls are laughing at them.
Yeah, they're idiots.
They buy a bottle of champagne. 7 bottle girls walk over, pour themselves a glass, pour it down the drain, and this guy's like,
I just spent my entire life savings on this bottle.
yeah, maybe I'll fuck a bottle
idiot.
girl.
Yeah.
I've never. I've hooked up. I think I fucked a few bottle girls in my time. Bottle girls are the original OnlyFans or like the original porn stars of New York to me, because bottle girls are notoriously super hot, notoriously degenerates, love to drink tequila. Like bottle girls are like as close to gay guys with tits as you can get, because I relate to bottle girls on so many levels. Same drinking habits, same hours, same degeneracy, versus like a regular girl. She's not fucking swinging 1942 5 nights a week, right? She doesn't know what that is.
Right.
So having a bottle girl phase in nightlife where you're banging bottle girls, it's probably as close as you can get to it.
Right.
To like experiencing a bro hang with a chick with tits.
One positive also to bottle girls is that they build a really good social callus that other regular people don't have. Meaning like they're so good at
taking cum on the face.
Well, not only that.
To get a trip to Dubai.
Correct. But not only that, but they're very good at like, they don't get as hurt about regular conversations also. Like girls are just so timid and like sensitive, like the regular ones that live in mundane lives. But the bottle girls are more like, if you say crazy aggressive shit around them, like dude talk, they don't get upset.
Oh, no.
You know?
Yeah, bottle girls are the best.
That's why it's like the ones that really been in the game for a minute, you know? So it's interesting. I also want to tell you something. I realized one thing.
What?
From this entire podcast after talking.
What?
Because my whole thing is like, who started these fucking forest fires? I don't know why I keep thinking about these forest fires.
Who did it?
It was definitely a gay guy.
Why?
Because right now they're having Pride Month in Canada.
And he wanted to make it flaming.
And there's people having protests about in certain areas of Canada right now about this whole pride shit, and the prime minister is like big on LGBTQ stuff, and people are going nuts. There's like the whole country is just in a feud, and a gay guy started a forest fire.
To do what?
To protest.
So
Flaming forest fire. Homo.
That's what it is.
Yeah. I got it. I just got it. I'm a detective. You see, you were talking, you're saying stuff, put it all together.
I just thought it was funny that people wear masks. In New York,
yeah,
right. That's the whole thing about COVID. If COVID was as visible as that forest fire, everyone would be like, "Yeah, give me a mask." When you see it like that, right? It's why people wear condoms, because you're like, I know what herpes looks like.
Right. It's like, yeah,
right. You're like, gross.
Correct.
If COVID manifested itself in a physical way, like pimples and shit, people would be like, give me the shot. If any disease needs a physical element,
it's true.
Because then people are like, I don't want to be ugly. Give me whatever. Yeah. I know girls that get butt jobs in hotel rooms, right? People, as long as it involves what their perception of looking good is, they will do awful things to their body. But because COVID was, you couldn't see it, people are like, oh, I don't know what's in that jab, I'm not taking it. But if it was covered in pimples, everyone would be like, I don't care, give me bleach, I'll do whatever it takes. Because
what was that shit that came out afterwards, the monkeypox? The monkeypox,
How fast did that disappear, right? Because they were like, okay, that's gross. That's gross. We need to shut that down.
Shut
I know
that bitch down.
My friend Mackenzie, my friend is a porn star. She got monkeypox on her asshole.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she was probably the first case, I think, on the West Coast.
Oof.
Yeah.
That's gross.
Wild.
Yeah, see,
I would lie. I'd be like, that's just hemorrhoids. Monkeypox is anytime you have a disease named after another animal, it's like
very bad. Yeah.
Right? If someone's like, you have monkeypox, you're like, whoa, that's not even a human.
You're like, homie, that shit's from the fucking Mayan, the Mayan era. Like, where the fuck that come from?
No,
it's from the Amazon.
No,
it's crazy. It's
like
weird.
Monkeypox, chickenpox.
Do you guys want to just like wrap up the show?
Yeah.
Transfer files.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This is great. Actually, this is the perfect way to end this. We don't have an ending. We don't have an ending.
You shut the fuck up.
All right, guys. So I'm done.
All right,
He's tired of listening to our drivel.
Right.
All right. Goodbye.
goodbye, guys. This was great. And
Guys, we ran out of money to pay for the studio
Yeah,
session. It was
exactly.
really kind of like, I need this table now.
right. See you on episode 7.
What episode was? I don't even know. Goodbye.
Episode 6.
Clap it out. Wait, I got a good clap for this. Nope.
No.
There
in
we
the
go.
middle. Yeah.
There we go. Thank you.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.